And we're live.
Where are we at?
Hey everybody, we are in
Ormond Beach.
Ormond Beach. I started to say Daytona Beach, but we are actually in Daytona Beach, but we're just a little bit south of Daytona in Ormond Beach. But we are in the original location of where the first, I guess you could call it the birthplace of stock car or the birthplace of NASCAR racing, because there's a lot of history on this beach right behind us, because this is actually the beach where they used to race in the early days of NASCAR and before NASCAR racing, because Bill France Sr. started NASCAR racing 1959, I believe it was. But before that, let's see, the first race at Daytona International Speedway was in 1959. The unofficial start at Ormond Beach was in 1902. That's right here. And first of all, I want to say my name is David Hamm, and I'm a 25-year NASCAR engine builder, 7-year NASCAR jackman, and a 5-year dealership technician. I also own Hammscapes Landscape Company, where I do equipment repair and landscaping on the side. And this is my wife Tracy, also known as DHammiam on YouTube. You can follow her on her channel if you'd like. And while you're at it, subscribe to my channel and hit the like and the bell notification so that you can see every Monday night at 7:30 we come on here and we talk about the NASCAR race. And tonight we're going to be talking about the NASCAR race at Martinsville. But first, since I'm at such a special place right now, I wanted to kind of take a quick tour around. And hopefully you can hear me okay. Sorry, I forgot to put this microphone up. Here I am talking.
I tried to tape it to him.
And hopefully you could hear me in the beginning. And hopefully you can hear me from this microphone. Can everybody hear me okay?
Type if you can hear us good.
I take that as a yes. So anyway, I thought I would show you around a little bit while we still got some daylight.
I'm going to stay here.
Okay. Because we are actually on location at Ormond Beach, like I said. The beach that they used to race on. Okay, good deal, Richard. Thank you. All right, so this looks like a memorial. Glenn Hammond Curtis, fastest man on earth. January 24th, 1907 on Ormond Beach, Curtis set a land speed record of 136.4 mile an hour on his V8 powered motorcycle. How about that? And let's see, Ormond Beach, longest held land speed record from 1903 to 1910. Gas, electric, and steam cars battled for supremacy on this hard beach race course. And you can see the rest. And I actually took some pictures and I'll post them at some point. But here's the beach, the actual beach where they raced, starting around 1902. First place of speed at the time when America had a few paved roads. This hard beach was a race course for automobiles, motorcycles, and their pioneering builders. Let's go over here. See, right now you can see a lifeguard. And it looks like I've actually rode on this beach before, years ago when we came out here for a NASCAR race. So there it is. Pretty cool, huh? Racing on the beach back in the day. How cool is that? Back in the day, whenever there was very few paved roads, then they would come down here and race. Yep, very cool. And here's a little park and memorial. And I'll show you one more thing. Take you over to the Ormond Garage. Sorry if it's a little bouncy. I'm hanging onto the tripod as I walk. So inside the Ormond Garage, there's it looks to be a steam powered car. If you can see. And I know it's steam powered because it says right on the top, it says water. Pretty cool, huh? Motor Racing Heritage Association. Put this here. Beach Racers. March 28, 1903, Ormond Beach was the site of a thrilling 1-mile race between pioneer auto builders. The Hotel Ormond Challenge Cup pitted Alexander Winton's Red Bullet against Ransom E. Old's Pirate. driven by the engineer H.C. Thomas Winton, and his heavier bullet barely won the recorded time 75 seconds or 48 mile an hour. Another winner was Ormond Beach, soon famous for its sand race course and world speed marks. How cool is that? You know, it feels really cool to be on hollow ground right now, is what it feels like, because there's so much history here. So anyway, we'll get to the program now. We're going to talk about the race at Martinsville. All right. Here's my shirt that I got from my buddy Kyle Petty a couple years ago. So he had his, in 1995 was the first, let's see, what is it? It says his bicycle ride across America. All right. You got a question?
Does Mark Martin still drive for NASCAR?
No. Mark Martin has retired from NASCAR. He actually works over at the Jack Ross shop right now. I'm not sure what he does over there, and I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in probably 5 years or so. But I heard he got a job back over at Roush. So what's up, Steve? So anyway, we're going to talk about the STP 500 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race at Martinsville, Virginia. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them down in the comments. And after the video is over, you can come back and comment and ask any questions that you would like. And I will answer them as best I can, within reason, as far as, you know, I have a confidentiality agreement with my job. So of course I can't answer any very technical questions, but I'll do the best I can. So let's start out with Brad Keselowski. He won the race yesterday at Martinsville. Very cool race. He led, let's see, on lap, it was a 500 lap race. On lap 380, he came out of the pits first and fended off Chase Elliott for the rest of the race and won. So he led 446 of 500 laps in that race, which is very impressive. I think the only other race that was anywhere close to that much of a leading that many laps was when Kyle Petty led at Rockingham, which would have been probably 92, 93, maybe somewhere around there. I probably should have wrote that down, but I do remember that. That was way back in the day, so that's extremely impressive for him to come out and race at Martinsville. And Martinsville is a grueling track, mentally and physically. So to lead that many laps, and you're fighting with looking in your rearview mirror the whole time and fighting off Chase Elliott, that's pretty tough, mentally and physically. I'm sure Brad slept really good last night. What do you think, Tracy?
I don't know, but can I put that microphone on you?
He had to hit his mark every single lap. Well, here's the problem. I don't want the wind to be blowing it and making it.
What's the difference in holding it here?
Because
down
what if
here?
you got something to say?
Then I'll lean over.
Here to you. Okay. Shoot. Got my papers. It's a little bit windy out here, but the big thing is I wanted to. I wanted to.
Got your message, Jenna.
I wanted to. I don't know if she's watching. I wanted to. Is she?
She's got our location.
Oh, well, maybe she's coming here. Cool. Anyway, I wanted to broadcast live from Ormond Beach because I thought while I'm down here, that would be a really cool place to do it live from. You know, because we're about 8 hours from home. And somebody's asking a question.
What is Rusty Wallace doing now?
Rusty Wallace is sometimes commentating. Other than that, I don't know. He's got a shop down in the business park right across the street from my work in Mooresville. And I wonder if it has something to do with his son, but it's a Rusty Wallace Motorsports or something like that. So he's still involved in racing of some sort, but I don't know exactly what he's doing. He has his own shop, and it's at the very end of the business park, gasoline alley, I guess. Not gasoline alley. Rolling Hill Road in Mooresville, down at the very end on the right.
Lakeside Business Park?
Lakeside Business Park, exactly. So, all right, so how about that burnout Brad did after the end of the race? That was pretty cool. He did a huge burnout, and I think he was doing it to where all the fans could see, because he went from one place to another place to another place and was burning them tires up. You're welcome, Wolf Waters. Thanks for watching. So he race rundown. Brad was second. That was his second win of the season. It was Penske's third win because Joey's also won. So that was the third race for the new Ford Mustang for the year. Third race for the new Ford Mustang, which is very cool. Third out of what, 5 races now I think we've run this year. So good start to the season, and I can see we're going to have many more wins, and I'm hoping for that, and I'm pretty sure of it too, because I'm waiting for Harvick to jump up there, Ryan Blaney. We're going to have some really strong runs for these Fords. So, and the only inspection issues after the race, Brad Keselowski passed inspection. The only issues was the one lug nut missing a piece on the 3, 6, the 3, and the 47 cars. That was it. That was the only issue I heard of post-race inspections. And in the points after the race, we have Kyle Busch is leading the points, and Brad Keselowski is second, Denny Hamlin third, and Joey Logano fourth, and they all have a win, so they're all locked into the playoffs. Then we got in fifth, we got Kevin Harvick. I was trying to figure out a place to put this.
I want to pin it on you.
All right. In fifth, we have Kevin Harvick.
Okay, let me know if you can still hear me.
Yeah, please. One last thing I want to do is mess up the sound. Amarola is sixth place. Martin Truex, Ryan Blaney, 10th. These are all locked in.
Clipping on the mustache.
Gosh. I could clip it right here,
on
Steve.
The beard.
It's getting pretty long. Now, in case y'all don't know, I'm letting my hair and this grow out and this grow out for the play that I'm in, the Tom Dooley play in Statesville, North Carolina. It'll be coming up in May, in the beginning of May, and then I can get my hair cut again.
Y'all still able to hear him all right?
I'm going into character for the play, is the idea. So
let us know if you can hear.
Yeah, let me know if you can hear. So other than that, I'll go to the top 16. We got Kyle Larson 11th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 12th, Clint Boyer 13th, Eric Jones 14th, Jimmy Johnson 15th, and Daniel Suarez 16th. Okay.
Yes, dear.
Thank you. Sound is great. Awesome. This is really the first time I've used this lapel microphone, so I think it's going to work out good.
I feel like we're on the news right now.
I was a little worried because it's windy out here, and usually I'm inside broadcasting from my shop. Oh, Jana is watching. Okay, hey Jana. All right, so I guess we'll be seeing Jana
We're right across the street from Fridays, FYI. Yes,
so the S&P 500 at Martinsville Speedway, the race rundown. This is the finishing order from the race yesterday. Of course, Brad Keselowski won. Chase Elliott was second. Kyle Busch third. Ryan Blaney fourth. Denny Hamlin fifth. Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, Martin Truex, Eric Almirola, and in the top 10, Daniel Suarez. As far as Ford, Chevrolet, and Toyota, I'm excited to announce the Fords finished sixth in the top 10.
What is it Daniel Suarez says?
Toyota third.
That's awesome.
And Chevrolet won. And as Suarez would say, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Not making fun of you, trying to replicate you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And he drives for us now. He drives in that 41.
Yes, Michael, right. We are seeing your messages. And yes, there is a lag behind.
There's a lag? Okay.
Well, all you have to do is go off and then come back on and you'll catch up. If you go off and then come on, because I had to do that with both of our devices.
What did somebody have? Okay. Was there any questions? All right.
No, he just said he thinks he's running behind. He can't hear the messages.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So one of the things I saw was a quote by Dale Earnhardt about Brad Keselowski's win. I thought this was pretty cool.
Hey, Tom.
He says, what's up, Tom? Brad Keselowski only won by a few car lengths, but he dominated today. Dominating a short track like this one is one of the most impressive performances you'll see in today's NASCAR.
Yeah,
so
there
that's
was
a
a
quote by Dale
apparently.
Jr.
Nancy asked what happened to Joey's car.
I don't know. And I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't watch the race because I was down here and I was hanging out by the pool yesterday. We're walking the beach and all that kind of stuff. So I really missed the race. I did watch a little bit of the recap, and I got text messages, and I watched the end of the race whenever Brad won.
This is the only week we'll miss watching.
Yeah, normally I'll be watching it, but since I was on vacation, I just took a little break and decided that I was going to stay out on the beach. And I didn't have a good charge on my phone yesterday, so I ended up trying to save my battery so I can do some videos and stuff like that. So I didn't get to listen at all.
Richard asked, what's your favorite track?
My favorite track, I think my favorite track has to be, I like Talladega because I like how It's so fast. You know, it's the biggest track, 2.66 mile track. There's usually a lot of good racing there. You know, it's historic, or it's got its mysteries. You know, like when Bobby Isaac was racing around there, and he said he heard voices, so he got out of the car and said he wasn't going to drive anymore.
Yes.
You know, it's supposedly built on an Indian burial ground. You know, so there's a lot of
What kind of Indians?
Native Americans. Native American Indians.
What tribe?
Cherokee. Well, all right, what would it be in Alabama down there? The Chattahoochee.
No, you know who can answer that?
Who would answer that?
Hut
Strickland. Yes. And
Hut,
by the way,
you tell us, Hut.
I'm gonna send this to Hut. I probably should have done it already, but I'm gonna send it to Hut. I'm gonna send it to Kyle. I'm gonna send it to Ricky Rudd, and
What are you sending them?
the link to this video so
Oh.
they can watch it. Hopefully they'll see it. So anyway, that would be pretty cool. So they can come on here and tell me their opinion of the NASCAR chat. So if y'all got anything to mention to them, go for it. Who else was I going to send it to? Anyway, so the Martinsville track. Well, no, let's don't do that right now.
Paul says he knows what happened to
Yeah, I guess we can do the
Joey.
track facts. So also stick around. Okay, tell us, Paul. Tell us what happened.
He says it's a long story.
Okay, stick around toward the end of the end of this video, because I'm going to end up doing a little bit of a quiz like I usually do, and I'll have some. I think I might go ahead and do some track facts. Yeah, let's do some Martinsville track facts, and then toward the end I'm going to do some. I'm going to do a little quiz about Texas, because that's going to be the next race.
Choctaw. Is that
Choctaw.
Choctaw?
That could be.
Choctaw. What do you like best
I'm
about
an Indian
Brad as a
outlaw,
person?
half Cherokee and Choctaw.
Choctaw.
What I like best about Brad? I like this about Brad. Brad is extremely smart. When you talk to him, he can see you eye to eye. He can talk engine talk. He can talk car talk. He's a racer. That's what I like about him. He asks a lot of questions, and you know, you can tell that he's taking it in. And he's very polite, very respectful. You know, he's actually told me, talking about Blaze Alexander before, he's told me that he was a fan, and he knew that I was a jackman for Blaze and built engines for him. You know, so that's really cool. What's up, Anthony? What's up, my brother? Glad you can tune in. All right, so I'm gonna do a little. Yeah, buddy, you need to come around. I'm gonna do a little track facts about Martinsville. I talked about these last week, but I'll ask y'all again, because some of you might have missed it. Who has won the most races at Martinsville? What's up? Who has won the most races
I replied to her
at
message.
Martinsville Speedway?
Sorry.
Yes. And also, he was also the youngest driver to win at Martinsville. And he was the youngest by 22 years, 9 months, and 8 days when he won. And if you're not, okay, good guess. Nancy says Jimmy Johnson. Rachel says Jeff Gordon. But I'm going to tell you.
Sorry, I was just scratching.
All right, so I'm going to tell you it was in 1960 when he won to become the youngest driver. So if that tells you anything, yes, Joey is really funny. Joey's got a good personality. He smiles all the time.
He's sweet.
Yeah, so if that tells you anything, 1960, when he was 22 years old,
Just want to squeeze his cheek.
he was the youngest driver to win. Does that tell you anything?
How old was he?
22. Nope, not dare watch it. I'll go ahead and tell you, because this is from last week's video. It was Richard Petty.
Somebody says Cale Yarborough.
That was Rachel. Richard Petty was the youngest driver to win at Martinsville, and he won the most races. He actually won 19 races at Martinsville, and Petty Enterprises has won more there than any other team. So about that.
Never mind my answer. It's
Never mind my
okay.
answer, D-Lo. That's okay. You gotta, you know, I'm glad y'all are answering. What's up from the farm there,
We
Janet?
love the interaction.
Yeah, cool to king. Yeah, absolutely. There's no answer is a dumb answer, and no question is a dumb question. So y'all just ask away. I love answering the questions, and sometimes I don't know, as you can see. But here's some track facts. Martinsville was founded in 1947 by Clay Earls. Only track to host a cup race every year since its
Darla.
inception in 1949. The track's voted by the fans as the top bargain. When Martinsville first opened, top bargain, also they got good hot dogs, so you know that could be a bargain too. When Martinsville first opened, it only had 750 seats. Now it has over 6,000. I'm sorry.
Darla.
Scratch that. I thought that didn't sound right. When Martinsville first opened, it only had 750 seats, but over 6,000 fans. Today it has over 60,000 seats. Okay, that sounds more like it. Red Byron won the first race, beating Lee Petty and Ray Erickson by 3 laps on a 200 lapper, and there were only 15 cars in the field. Other than being paved in 1955, the track has kept its same configuration, the old paperclip. And Martinsville is the oldest track, hosting 138 races. 667 different Cup drivers have raced there. There you have it. So that's about Martinsville. And we'll move on to Texas next, because that's going to be the other race.
Rachel has a question.
But I've got one more thing to state. This is something we talked about last week with Scott asked the question. You can ask that one. But I'm going to say this right quick. This is something we touched on last week, because we were talking about, and I don't know why I'm yelling at this lapel microphone right here. I feel like I'm yelling at the phone.
He has to yell. Trust me.
We were talking about Kyle Busch winning 200 races, whatever. Guess how many races Richie Evans won? NASCAR races won by Richie Evans. I'm going to take a
While
little
people are
sip
thinking about that, take your sip.
Monster.
Rachel wants to know, as a jack man, what's pit road like in Martinsville?
Tight. Very
Watch
tight.
the cord, baby. Watch the cord.
All right, I'm going to tell you to answer this, and then I'll answer Rachel's question.
He's impatient.
Richie Evans, NASCAR Hall of Famer, he won 475 NASCAR races. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
475?
Yes. So there we go.
That's a lot.
Scott says it's cold and raining back in Statesville. It's pretty nice here, Scott. You see me in my t-shirt.
You about hit me again.
All right, so what was the question? Oh,
What was it like
Martinsville.
in Pittsville?
Pittsville, I don't know about Pittsville, but I know Martinsville.
What
Martinsville
was it like
was
in the pits?
extremely tight. Okay, so it used to be, the old Martinsville configuration was really tight. Like the pits were like this wide, okay, and you had to fit a car this long in a pit this wide. But what they did was they went and put pits all the way around. You know, so they kind of opened up the pit, made them longer and stuff. So it wasn't too bad then, but I believe the pit wall was pretty short, so it wasn't that bad, you know, because some walls you jump off, and then if the driver comes in real close to the wall, like Kyle Petty was bad about doing, I'll be sitting there banging my knuckles on the wall. That's who else I was going to ask, Sterling Marlin. I'm going to have Sterling watch this video. So hey to Sterling, hey to Kyle, hey to Ricky, and hey to Hut. All right. So that answered that. How's it like to race at Pittsville or Martinsville? That's my wife. Anyhow, I was going to go on to some Texas. How about a Texas quiz, Texas question? All right. Because it's starting to get a little dark out here. All right, we've got a question here.
No, Paul says, long story short,
The 22 bunch set the car up
last year's winning setup.
with last year's winning setup.
It did not work on the track with the other car.
Okay. So it did not work on the track with the other car. Well, that explains that, because they were off. Brad was on, so I mean, you know, we won. That was a good win. So here's some Texas track facts, and then I'm going to come at you with a Texas quiz. All right, so let's see. Fact: NASCAR Hall of Fame Richard. Okay, here we go. First I'm going to ask you this quiz and let you think about it for a little bit. Which two drivers from Texas helped break ground at Texas? It's starting to get dark, and I'm getting to where I can't see that good.
I was going to ask if we got a light, but we don't.
Yeah, on your phone. Okay, so answer that question again, or I'm going to ask that question again. Which two drivers from Texas helped break ground at Texas Motor Speedway?
Michael Wright says Labonte.
Okay. What was their first names?
Which Labonte?
And, well, there's two of them. That's why I said, which two brothers, which two drivers? Oh, I didn't say brothers. Which two drivers from Texas? Okay, I thought I said brothers.
My husband.
Okay. Yes. What driver won the inaugural race and what year? All right, so y'all think about that.
Terry and Bobby, he says.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and say that is correct, Rachel. Terry and Bobby. And Terry's always
Michael
been...
got it right first.
Oh, Michael, I'm sorry. Yes, so good answer, y'all. But you know, Terry's always had a nickname, Texas Terry. And then Michael says, yes, 1997, Jeff Burton. I was there, and I remember that day.
Michael's going to be in the winnings for our drawings
we're
that we're going to start doing.
I was going to say, we're going to start getting out some prizes on this stuff.
Trivia.
But I was there, and forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, I was there. Got some bugs flying around. And, it was always on daylight savings back then. I think this year's the first year it hasn't been on daylight savings, because it's like I would fly in on race day most of the time, unless I was jacking for a Busch Anna Cup car, which it used to be Busch Series back when I was going. You know, rocks were still square and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we had the Busch Series back then, and then August 11, 1995, Terry and Bobby Labonte helped Bruton Smith break ground. And construction began on August 18th, 1995. All right. Jeff Burton won the inaugural race April 6, 1997, in front of a sellout crowd of 200,000 people. April 2nd, 2000, Dale Earnhardt won his first Cup race in front of a historic crowd of 223,000 people. April 6, 2014. All right, this is about Big Hoss. Big Hoss makes its debut in the Guinness Book of World Records. That is Eddie Gossage's high-definition video screen, 20,633.64 square feet of screen. That's 94.6 feet wide by 218 feet tall. That's a big old screen. That wouldn't even fit in my living room. That wouldn't fit in my shop.
Steve Baker's being funny.
What's he doing?
What's the difference between a croc and an alligator?
Oh.
Because there's one behind you.
Oh, my God. Man, I tell you what. I
you
just
would
about
see this boy
jumped.
run.
You got that right.
That's why I say
I don't like
jokes.
I don't like no crocs. If Tracy hadn't told me that was a joke, I would have probably jumped and ran with this lapel microphone to me. The phone would have been dragging on the ground behind me.
Knocked me over and everything else.
Yeah. I'd say, here, take her.
That's why I turned around.
Gator bait right here.
Oh, is that what it is?
So, all right, back to the quiz question. Anybody got the answer? Which driver won the... Oh, never mind. We already got the answer. Which driver won the inaugural race? Jeff Burton. All right, so on to the next. We have... so, another thing I'm going to do here, while I'm here, I want to do some video. I did a little bit of video back here and walk down the beach just a little bit. But I want to put a video together of here at Daytona International Speedway, which is just right up the road that way, I think about 3 or 4 miles. And also Smokey Unick's best darn garage in town. It burned down. Yeah, it burned down, I think about 8 years ago or something like that, which is a real shame. But I would like to go there to the site at least and see where his garage was, because that would be really cool. I met Smokey Unick probably about 1995 at Daytona, the Daytona 500. It was somewhere around there, 95, 96, 97. And he was talking to our head engine builder, the Cringe, Keith Simmons. And I had to go up and ask our engine builder a question because I was doing something with the engine. And I hated to interrupt Smokey Unick. So I just kind of stood there for a little bit and listened in. And then I was like, "Excuse me, sir." He was like, "Yes." He was real nice. But I still felt really intimidated with the great Smokey Unick
got some
being
great
there.
big horse dogs coming towards us.
Oh my goodness. At least it's not alligators. Jeez.
They're huge.
Yes. So, you know, the... yeah, so that would be cool if I could go do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post that video, and then I'm going to put the link on here, probably right about here. It should be here, somewhere on there. Do they still race at the beach? You know what? I think they still race motorcycles, but I think the motorcycles race down near the hotel, because where we're staying, there is
next to the Hilton.
There's like a memorial to for motorcycles.
We can post pictures of that too.
Yeah, well, I'll be putting a video together, things to do here in Daytona. So the because there was some memorials, and it looked like some of the motorcycle drivers had passed away just a few years ago, and some of them are really young too. So I think they do still race some. What's this say?
Guess who drove the very first lap at Daytona?
Red Byron, Bill France Sr. Maybe I have that down here somewhere. I don't really know. Richie Evans.
Did y'all see the great big horse dog?
Yeah, maybe they did. All right.
Somebody said that's a big dog.
Yes, it's darker out here than the camera's showing actually, because it's getting kind of
It's
hard
way
for me
dark.
to even see.
The light you see is coming from my tablet.
Oh, Smokey drove the first lap. Oh, maybe I should have known that. But hey, you know, it is what it is. That's pretty cool. So, well, that would have been though. Okay, and now are we talking about the first lap here? Because that was like in 1903. So, yeah, I'm not sure. All right, does anybody have any more questions? Because it's really starting to get dark, and I'm just about out of not even being able to see my notes.
Just go free.
So the first race at
Freestyle.
Daytona. Well, here I didn't read this. I don't think. Did I? Did I read this? The first race at Daytona International
Let me
Speedway
turn the light
was in
on.
1959. Unofficial start at Ormond Beach was in 1902. There you go. When with the founder of Oldsmobile and REO Motor Company, which I believe REO Speedwagon, the band's name, Ransom E. Olds, and the founder of Winston Motor Carriage Company, Alexander Winston, staged a race at Ormond Beach. Bill France Sr. started NASCAR 12 years later, pretty much. No, I'm sorry. He didn't start 12 years later. He started it 12 years after the last race out here. So, because what ended up happening here, they were racing, and they ended up, it cost them a lot more money to have the race here than they were actually making. So, that's good. Excuse me. All right, so
Lighting
next.
your face up.
Oh, yeah, thanks. All right, so yeah, here I am. I'm trying to get a light over here so I can actually see. No. I need to be able to see.
Well, I was trying to read the comment. I'm sorry.
We're right here. All right, so we got like 3 stations set up here. We got her phone, we got the tablet over here, and then we got my phone. But I think that was it.
Beach in the good.
So if anybody has any questions, otherwise we're going to wrap it up because it's getting really dark. And we're actually going to go meet Nick Rolando.
Jana's on her way here as well.
She's coming here?
Yeah, she just texted.
Oh, okay. So we're going to go meet up with Nick Rolando up at the Hooters here near,
Hooters.
I guess up near the racetrack. So you should have told her to go there.
Huh?
Should have told her to go there. Anyway.
I didn't know when I texted her back.
Okay. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. And if you got, Hooters.
Yay, Hooters.
So if you got any more questions, shoot them at me right quick because we're going to wrap it up. And make sure you hit the bell notification and click like and subscribe so that way we can be with you every Monday night. We'll answer any questions you got. And I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you want to go back and rewatch this, you can see the beginning where I was showing some of the beach and showing some of the monument, the memorials around here. Pretty cool stuff. So there's a little place here, little hangout, and they got little monuments set up.
Before you end, discuss the giveaways.
I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do on that.
No, but just tell them that that's what we're going to work on.
Okay, I'm going to work on doing some giveaways whenever you enter, or I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided yet exactly what I'm going to do on that, but yes, we're going to work on some stuff. We're going to work on expanding the program a little bit and making it more interactive, I guess you could say. So anyway, everybody have a great rest of the week. I'm going to be chilling at Daytona and enjoying some sunshine and some good food down here, some good seafood, all that kind of stuff. And we'll check in after the race this next weekend on Texas. But if you want to, go on and check out some of my other videos. I got stuff on here. I'm all over the place in case you hadn't noticed that already. And then Tracy's got her scratch off videos here on DHammiam. But thanks everybody for watching. And all y'all have a great rest of the night and the rest of the week.
And if you've got questions after this video, make sure that you put them on
Yes,
the
absolutely.
link after we finish this broadcast.
Come back on and ask the questions because otherwise we won't be able to see them because
They
we can't go back
disappear.
on. Yeah. So just come on here and ask questions and then I'll get right on. I get notifications so I can get right back on there and answer any questions that you have. So y'all have a great night and thanks everybody so much.